Aloha and welcome to Emergence. I'm Taj Ture, and today we'll be sharing with you about the ancient Indian healing tradition of Ayurveda. But before we begin, we always set an intention for the show. And today our intention is to honor the wisdom of the ancient cultures. So please join us today in welcoming our special guests. We have two practitioners, Darci Frankel and Tatiana Blanco. And with us right now is Darci Frankel. Hi, Darci.
Hi, Taj.
How are you?
I'm good and excited to be here.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you.
Thank you.
So what I'd like to know to begin with is, what got you involved in Ayurveda in the first place?
Well, I started my practice actually really early. I started practicing and learning about yoga with family practice sessions. Yoga is a part of Ayurveda. And then went on to do comparative studies in yoga, and I was really excited about the healing arts my whole life. I started learning about massage when I was 13.
Wow, it's very young.
Yeah. And a girlfriend brought an Ayurveda book home, and that was it.
So well, tell us a little bit about Ayurveda. So yoga is part of Ayurveda. What are the other key parts of it?
Oh, well, Ayurveda is the science of life. So
pretty broad spectrum there.
It is. It encompasses everything.
So can you give us more details about what Ayurveda is and the practices involved?
Yes, Ayurveda. Ayur means life, and Veda means science, wisdom, or knowledge. The three goals of Ayurveda are to prevent disease, to preserve the health that we already have, as well as to promote longevity.
So it's used for everything.
Pretty much.
So what kind of practices are involved in Ayurveda?
Wow, it's so vast. There's so many healing modalities within Ayurveda. There is, well, the ways that I practice are to give information to individuals, groups, couples. So there's teaching and learning so that people can learn. It was an oral tradition originally.
Okay, so they don't go home just having had a session, but now they have information to help them in their lives as well as the session that you're providing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's lots of hands-on healing modalities as well. Would you like me to share?
Yeah,
a little bit?
what do you do in your practice? What kind of modalities are you sharing?
Okay, I've been a licensed massage therapist for about 15 or so years now, so there's lots of hands-on modalities which are amazing. They're efficient, they're skillful and quick. There's lots of healing modalities. In Ayurveda we use Ayurveda warm oil massage, or the Abhyanga, where we use warmed oils and particular strokes to actually balance the energies of the body.
Oh, what kind of oils do you use?
I use, well, some of them you might not have heard of, but basic oils that are good for each dosha, like a coconut oil is cooling and a sesame is warming and stimulating. And then there's lots of herbalized oils that are good for everything from rheumatoid inflammation to building up strength and nourishing the tissues.
So you mentioned the doshas, and I had heard of the doshas, and I know that there's three that all of us are broken down into three basic doshas. Can you explain just for a moment what that means?
Yes. There are 5 elements. We're all a combination and permutation of these 5 elements, and they are space, air, fire, water, and earth. And those come together to form vata, space and air, pitta, fire and water, and kapha, water and earth.
So each person has elements of those in them, or are they one dosha fits one person?
Well, that's a good question. We have all of the elements. You know, fire exists in us not as heat. I mean, not as fire. Obviously, there's no fire in the body, but as heat, as the principle of transformation. we all have all of the elements, therefore all of the doshas, but some of them are more prominent. So the way we look at it is a point system between 1 and 3. So I'm 3 parts pitta, and then 2 parts kapha, as well as vata. So that's my dosha. But then there's acquired imbalance that happens.
So when you know that someone is a certain dosha or a combination, does that helps you to, I don't mean prescribe, but help you to pick the right oils or the right massages, or whatever your modality is at the time for that person?
Absolutely. Everything from the quality of the touch, Taj. If somebody is more of a vata type, they need a more grounding touch. And grounding oils and herbs. If somebody is more kapha, they need something more stimulating, and so on. So everything from the quality of touch to the quantity of touch to the tone of voice even can be used in a skillful way to help create balance with someone.
Well, so that would give you a much deeper connection with that person as well, because you'd be soothing their fire or heating if they don't have enough. Oh, that's fascinating. So what other techniques? I know there's other massage techniques that you use as well.
There's one called Marma Chikitsa. Chikitsa means treatment, and Marmani are the vital points in the body, likened to acupressure, acupuncture points. So, these are gently touched with intention, mantra, maybe an essential oil or an herbalized oil to create balance in the body. There's so many. We use heat as a modality, and there's different ways to apply heat to the body. We even use hot stone massage in Ayurveda.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now, what about the hot oil or the warm oil? I think it's called Shirodhara.
Shirodhara is a treatment. Shiro means head, dhara means stream. So it's a stream of warm oil that flows consistently onto the agya, or the third eye chakra, and bathes the head in these healing oils.
And how is it that you choose a session with you? We have so many different ones. How would I, if I came, how would I know which one to try?
Well, I really trust people's, guts as well as my own. And it's either one of 2 ways. People will say, oh, I want to try the Shirodhara or the Abhyanga warm oil massage, or I think I need a consultation. Or sometimes they'll come to me and they'll say, I know I need something, I don't know what I need, where should we begin?